This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
Nope, it's Justin Jarrett and Max Arraj tonight. Wes is still sitting out. He spent some time with family over the holiday, and we do not begrudge him that. So he's catching up with family, probably watching basketball tonight. I imagine he's keeping tabs on our boy Nick Pringle, who got the start for Alabama. They just got underway a little bit ago, down 5 against North Carolina early on. Your Clemson Tigers.
Yes, man. Let's
go. Still in it. I didn't see
Arizona,
that coming, man.
I didn't. I said to people, hey, you know, one of the things that makes the NCAA tournament so great is that there are times when experience can outsmart talent and win games and stuff. Clemson's got experience because it's an older group of starters and they got the talent too. Yeah. So I said, hey, if they get hot, keep an eye on them because they can beat about anyone. So
experienced guards in particular. Experienced backcourt play is always so valuable in the tournament.
I said that, but I didn't expect them to beat Arizona. I was like, when they came up against Arizona, I was like, oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't either.
They somehow, some way won.
They spoiled the Caleb Love revenge game against UNC, but Love was not very good tonight. He was kind of choky.
Yeah.
But, I was getting fun texts from the Under the Bus crew. Those guys are junkies for college basketball. They're having a great time right now. But but all kinds of stuff. Actually, not a lot of stuff. We took last night off. Almost everything got rained out. There were a couple things, but not enough to do a show about. May River softball beat Lucy Beckham last night 10-2. West Ashley beat Beaufort 3-2. Anna Caraballo had another nice game, and I've got some highlights from last night that I can show a little later on in the show. Tonight, we did have some decent matchups, not a ton because we did have some rainouts, but we had the Bridge Bowl was on in full effect. We had baseball at Bluffton, which you checked that out. Hilton Head gets the sweep. Bluffton's still winless in region, which is kind of mind-numbing when you think about it.
Yeah.
Hilton Head wins at 5-1. We'll recap that a little bit later in more detail. Hilton Head Prep beat Habersham 10-0. Combined no-hitter for Tyler Britschke and Sam Middleton. 2 homers for Connor Campbell. So good night for him. James Island routed that young Hilton Head softball team. Looks like a football score. And a shutout to boot. And boys lacrosse, a couple of scores. James Island 6-4 over May River in a defensive struggle. And Bluffton 12-10 over Beaufort. 2 wins in a row for the Bluffton boys. And then soccer, we had a decent amount of soccer tonight. Hilton Head Christian and Coastal Hurricanes, the girls tied 0-0. The boys, HHCA, took it 6-0. Beaufort Academy beat Colleton Prep girls 11-1. And then the big game of the night was Bluffton and Hilton Head boys. We haven't seen the girls final yet, but I know it was 3-0 Hilton Head at one point. Not sure what the final was, but we'll keep efforting that. But the guys game, we had that one on lock because our guy Conner Worl was over there. And Connor now joining us. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How are you?
We are well, man. I've been kind of enjoying the downtime a little bit. A couple of rainy days. I've been able to catch my breath a little bit, but you've been staying busy. That's also allowed me to catch my breath because you're getting out to these games and giving us great reports. And you tell me you had a great one tonight, a Donnybrook, as we call them around here. 1-0 in favor of the Seahawks. It was quite a battle. Tell us more about it as I download your highlights here.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to this game since the start of the week. Obviously, we had the May River Bluffton game on Tuesday, which I was excited for. But this game, I was very excited to see what Hilton Head could do against them, especially coming off of that win against James Island. And man, what a game from Hilton Head today. I mean, they were firing on all cylinders, just running at every single person today. I mean, just pressing like madmen, playing for each other. I mean, there's nothing more I could say about Hilton Head. It's very impressive so far from them.
You said it was a little sloppy, a little janky in the first half, but kind of feeling each other out. But what was Hilton Head able to do in the second half to shake things loose?
Yeah, I think Coach Pete Savarese really had a good talk with the team at halftime. Really, they weren't really playing their game that half. Hilton Head loves to play it from the back, get it in those midfield areas, just control the game as Bluffton likes to do as well. But I think Pete Savarese, the coach, just told the players, let's play for each other. And that's exactly what they did in the second half. They came out early 5 minutes into that second half and got that goal to seal that victory 1-0. And another shout out to Justin Ruiz Echeverria, the goalkeeper for Hilton Head. He had an outstanding game today. Like, keeping a clean sheet against Bluffton is not easy. Yeah. So, he was way off his line every single time, ready to come out, use his feet, use his hands, whatever he needs to do to seal that victory today.
Man, just another testament to how tough this region is night in, night out. This Bluffton team, we were feeling really good about them a week ago, and now they've taken 2 L's in a row, which obviously both of them by the narrowest of margins, but just a testament to really the parity in the league, right?
Yes, absolutely. Coming into this game, I definitely had Bluffton as the favorite once again, especially since they won 2-0 in that first game. But you could really tell the Hilton Head guys came to play today and showed a lot of heart today.
Yeah, they got after it. Any other guys who were standouts for you? Oh, wow, nice moves.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful Lowcountry sunset, by the way.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The weather tonight was beautiful. It was like raining at the beginning, but it wasn't real like rain. It was just some random drops coming, but it eventually just passed over and it was a great sunset tonight. But Conner Sheeran, he scored the goal in the 50th minute. He worked so hard today. He played basically everywhere. He played in the midfield. He played on the right side. He played on the left side. He played in the center. He was just everywhere tonight.
Awesome. His dad is a friend of mine, so shout out to Conner Sheeran coming up with the GWG. What do you got, Max?
I mean, everyone's beating up on each other. I mean, like, this region's so tough to choose, like, who the favorite is, because I really don't know if there is a favorite right now in this region. I mean, Lucy Beckham's
they're starting to
Beckham's got
separate,
one.
But...
Beckham's got 1 loss, but I'd like to see how the rest of that season goes for them, because they still got some tough matchups as well. So you look at this and you think, just who comes out on top of this region? If it's not Beckham, who is it? I mean, honestly, it's so tough to see, who the team to come out on top of this. So I wonder.
Well, and sometimes getting the top spot isn't always the most advantageous when it comes to the playoff bracket. I haven't looked yet at how it matches up this year, but there's always the one region that's weaker that, sometimes it works out that the 2 seed actually has the easier path to get to the lower state final or whatever. And then sometimes there's gamesmanship involved where they start trying to play themselves into the seed they want. So it can get a little janky. And Misa was going to try to jump on with us tonight, and he may be able to lend some more insight into any strategy that's going on there as far as seeding's going. But regardless, I think we would all agree that, like, whoever ends up as the 4 seed out of this region is going to be very dangerous in the postseason. I mean, because you got Lucy Beckham, you got May River, Bluffton, Hilton Head, James Island. Like, one of those 5 teams is going to be on the outs unless they get an at-large, which I would think they would. But even like whoever gets an at-large, like if you're a 1 seed, you don't want them coming to you, whoever they are.
No,
you don't want any part of that. That's terrifying proposition. So, it's going to be exciting when we get into the playoffs. We may get to a point where we got, 3 out of the 4 teams left in the lower state are from our region, which we've seen happen before, both guys and girls. It's been more prevalent in the girls, but I think the guys are really, really strong this year.
Yeah, I mean, is so tough to see who could come out on top in this region. I mean, again, any if not all these teams should easily make the playoffs right now. Whether it's making it in as an at-large or as a region winner. I mean, it's just like any of these teams, if you get in the playoffs and you play the region winner, I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. So oh man, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited about this region, man. I mean, I said it the other night, when Hilton Head beat James Island, I was like, oh, good Lord, this is really exciting.
It's going to be tight, yeah.
This is a really good stretch for them now. What a good turnaround for them. I mean, not that they were like doing poorly, but
we weren't really
a rough
thinking
start. They were off to a tough start in conference play, and they've really turned things around dramatically over the last 2 games.
To beat Bluffton and James Island, they're 2 very good teams, so it's very impressive wins from them.
Yeah, they were sitting 0-3, or something to that effect.
Yeah, they should be up to. It says 2-3 on Max Preps.
They're now 3-3. It's not showing the Bluffton. It's not. Oh, well, now it sort of is. I can't tell. It's in the scores in the schedule now, but I don't know that it's showing up on the standings because they lost to May River. They beat Colleton. They lost to Bluffton and Beckham, so they were sitting at 1-3, and then they've won their last 2, so they're now at 3-3. So they've rallied really strong. Still got another matchup with May River, another with Beckham, another with James Island. So those are all going to be huge. But yeah, the second leg of this little round robin is going to be definitely fun.
Yes, it will.
Fun. We've got your post-game interview here with the fellas. So let's see what.
All right, guys, I'm here today with
Justin Ruiz,
Peter Savarese. All right, and big win for you guys against Bluffton today. What can you say about your performance tonight?
I think we had a really good performance. We've had a long season, like ups and downs, and I think we're just going up from here now.
Yeah, I think we're going up. I think this really just shows how one game can really change a team. We had our game this week against James Island, and we came out with the win. And I think that our season's going to turn around now.
Obviously, Bluffton is a very good team. But on our side, I saw 15 Warriors, like Coach said at the end of the game. Really proud of these boys. It's been a long journey from the start of the season. Never thought we could beat Bluffton like this, but yeah.
We had a rough start, but we came out on top. We beat every single good team. We still got more games to go, but we can definitely come back on top.
First, massive credit to Bluffton High School as one of the best teams that we will face all season. They've got one incredible staff that's done a great job with them, so credit to them. Credit to our boys. It's very hard to come out of a losing streak game after game, trying to get yourself pumped up. We've now done it 2 times in a row, and we want to keep it going.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And coming off a big win off of James Island and this game today, how can you keep that momentum going?
This starts at practice. We just keep working hard and improving everything day by day, and we'll see Tuesday how it goes.
I just feel like our practices have just been really, really good these past few days. We've really matured, especially after our loss against Lucy Beckham. We just really matured as a team overnight. And I just feel like we're closer than ever. We're more mature than ever.
Listen to your coach.
Yeah, like Juan said, practice has been very intense the past couple practices. But what I really think made us overcome our losses is we're a family. Team bonds really help, but I really feel like these boys are my family, and I love y'all.
Practice is always important, but our off days are as important too because we got to rest and get better.
All right, thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Outstanding. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, it was super fun.
You told me it was a good one. It was a good one. So
yes,
I was looking forward to that. Good stuff.
Pete Savarese is a dog, man. I've known Pete for a really long time. He is a dog, man. I love him, man. Yeah.
Covered him as a Hilton Head Christian Academy legend back in the day. He was,
back in the day, man.
Way back in the day. So it's come full circle with me and him. But really impressive effort and just continuing to hammer home that you never know what you're going to see in this soap opera that is Lowco FC. You can't predict anything, man. You're missing them all. But I would have missed them too. So it's great. The unpredictability of it is great. Yeah.
Super good guys. Yeah, I've known Pete for a while. Like I met him 8 years ago when I was super young at the ice cream shop. So
yeah, you were a connoisseur of his wares, right? His ice creams.
Yes, definitely.
It's a small world, man. Great
yes, it
stuff.
is.
So you got any other takeaways from this one tonight that we haven't hit on yet?
I think coming into the game, Hilton Head knew that, I mean, Bluffton's bigger, faster, stronger, but they just put their heads down and worked so hard that game. So I think Hilton Head just came out ready to fight, and they really showed it tonight.
Relentless.
Yes.
Relentless effort. Pretty cool to see. And I know Pete had to love that, to see all of his guys, saying all the things that you can tell he's been preaching, and like getting that buy-in and then getting the results that kind of, reinforces the buy-in. And it seems like they got a pretty special thing happening right now. So I would not want to play them I'm sure Misa will say the same. He's probably not looking forward to that rematch the way they're playing right now, or maybe he's looking forward to it, but a little, anxious about it because they're playing really well. So
yeah,
that should be a really good one. You got one circled on your calendar you're headed to next?
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday, the May River versus Hilton Head game. I should be able to go to that one. So I'm excited for that one because both super hot teams right now. So both coming off wins against Bluffton. And then I think May River play Lucy Beckham tomorrow, right?
I believe that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yes. At Lucy Beckham tomorrow. So that's a big one for them. And, you hope that they get out of there healthy. So both teams are kind of full strength on Tuesday. But should both be pretty well rested. And as you said, both on hot streaks, although we'll see if May Rivers continues tomorrow night. If they get a result tomorrow night, they'll really be feeling good going into the nests on Tuesday. And that will be a huge match if they're in that position. So good stuff, man. We appreciate your report as always. And anything else that you wanted to talk about before we let you go? No, other results that were kind of blah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for that May River game against Hilton Head.
Yeah, man.
So we'll see what the result is for that May River versus Lucy Beckham game, so they can come in with some momentum or not. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Regardless, I think if they lose it, then I think they and Hilton Head would be like tied or close to tied in the standings. Like, be able to maybe flip the.
They'd both be 3-3.
Standings. Yeah. So regardless, it's going to be a massive match. So, all right, man. Well, we'll look forward to hearing from you on Tuesday, and enjoy your weekend.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Take care. Conner Worl reporting on Lowco's soccer scene. Another great report and a great post-game interview with the Seahawks. Nice job. I love all those guys. Misa, Fox, Savarese. They're all really, really good dudes whose hearts are in it for the right reason. But certainly have a soft spot for Sav, having covered him when he played in high school. So always rooting for that guy, and happy for them to have the success. And look forward to Tuesday. I may have to try to get over to that one if I can. Check out that Donnybrook. But let's shout out the MVP sponsors of LowcoSports, starting with my wife, Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of LowcoSports. She's with Keller Williams of the Lowcountry, the new Anchor Home Group, and she would love to help you find your place in the Lowco, whether it is on the she'd love to help you find your place in the Lowco real estate market and put down an anchor in the best place. So if you need to get involved in the Lowco real estate market, call on Megan Jarrett, official realtor of LowcoSports. Homegrown Home Inspections are the official home inspectors of LowcoSports and are the best in the business when it comes to making sure you're making a great investment in that Lowco real estate market. They're going to check over that home from top to bottom and make sure that you are ready to go on move-in day. Homegrown Home Inspections. Mickelson Law Firm, the original sponsor of LowcoSports since 2017, and the official real estate closing attorney of LowcoSports. Also the presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. We love Ryan and Tiffany and the Mickelson team. Call on them for all your legal needs. And Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, official hospice provider of LowcoSports, only not-for-profit hospice in Southern Beaufort County. And also the Golden Oyster Award winner for the Nonprofit of the Year. So we are proud to partner with Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, where it's not about dying, it's about living. Those are the MVP sponsors. The other soccer scores from the area, as we mentioned, Hilton Head Christian and Coastal Hurricanes girls tying 0-0, the scoreless draw. Beaufort Academy girls routed Colleton Prep 11-1. Hilton Head, as Connor reported, 1-0 over Bluffton on the boys' side. Hilton Head Christian 6-0 over the Coastal Hurricanes on the boys' side, and still haven't seen that final score on the Bluffton Hilton Head girls game. Had it 3-0 Hilton Head at last report, but haven't seen the final yet, so we're still looking for that. But you were out at another Bridge Bowl matchup, the baseball game, and it was a good one for most of the night. But the Seahawks got another terrific outing from Landon Schwartz. He's been really good in these game 2 starts.
Yeah.
And then Brad Larson with the big hit, the big knock, kind of break it open. 2-run knock. Would they score 3 in the 5th or something to break it open?
3 in the 6th.
Yeah.
3 in the 6th.
Yeah, and Chase Martucci, and that was that. So tell us about it.
Yeah, you look at Bluffton, you're like, how are they still winless, in region play? And it's surprising, but the way Hilton Head played tonight, I'm not really surprised. The way Landon Schwartz pitched, he pitched lights out. I mean, I got the numbers for you here. He pitched a complete game, 5 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts in the game. He was lights out, and I think that's all you can really say is that it just wasn't Bluffton's night. They just could not find ways to find ways to score runs. I mean, the 1 run Bluffton did score was off of errors by the Seahawks defense. So I mean, it was I don't know. It was just if Nico Martucci was on the mound for Bluffton tonight, was not a good night for him. And it's unfortunate because he's such a great player, but it wasn't his night. He pitched 5 in the 3rd inning, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. That kind of tells the story. It was just pitching matchup was part of it. 2 real good pitchers. One of them was going to get the loss here. And I look at this game and I say that Bluffton's offense just could not find ways to score runs. I mean, 5th inning, they had, I believe, 2 runners in scoring position, and Landon Schwartz struck out 2 in a row to finish the inning. And that was pretty much their one chance to score more runs outside of the 1 error that was made, resulting in the only run that Bluffton had all night. So they had a chance in the 5th inning, and Schwartz just shut it down. It was his night, and it's unfortunate for Bluffton because now you're sitting, I believe, 0-4 in region play. So it's
0-6. I lost 2 to James Island, 2 to May River, and 2 to Hilton Head. So there.
Yeah, that's right. 0-6. Yeah, that's if you're looking at Bluffton, you think Bluffton's got a good team, but then again, this region, man, is just so tough, and eventually one of these teams is going to be on the bottom of this group of teams, and unfortunately, it looks like it's Bluffton right now, and it's unfortunate because I love watching this team play, and they've just not been able to either A, finish games, be able to get the lead, have that offense going, or B, they just cannot get their pitchers going. And when your pitchers aren't going,
they just haven't hit enough in region.
Yeah, it's their offense. I think their offense might be their biggest
1
problem.
run, 2 runs, 3 runs, 3 runs, 1 run, 1 run. You just I mean, the pitching hasn't been bad in region at all. You've allowed 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, and 5. Those are respectable.
It's
run
good
totals
numbers,
in
but
high school baseball. But you got to be able to score more than 3 runs a game.
It's just I think the other thing was Bluffton had 5 errors as defense tonight.
Yeah,
that hurt Nico even more on the mound.
Yeah,
and he was. I will say he was looking real frustrated with some of the errors that Bluffton made. He was getting frustrated. He was getting heated during the game, and it was I would be frustrated too with some of that stuff. So, I get where he's coming from with that.
For sure.
It's just,
yeah.
it's difficult to watch Bluffton High School not be able to get wins that they can very much so get. Any game they could play, they have a shot with the team that they have. It's just they can't find ways to get hits. They can't find ways to score runs, and ultimately it will hurt the pitchers you have and your team as a whole. So it's just a great win for Hilton Head High School tonight. That those are two wins I think they kind of needed after a few losses that they've had so far this season. So those are two wins they needed. Bluffton 100% needed the win tonight, and they did not get it. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the season goes for them, as well as Hilton Head High School. Because I think if Hilton Head High School can keep playing on this path, I think they have a chance of making the playoffs and causing some chaos. So good one for Hilton Head High School. Bluffton High needs to find a win here, and they need to find a win here fast.
All right. Yes, they do. I've got your interview downloading now, so I'll have that momentarily. But looking at the other scores, Hilton Head Prep 10-0 over Habersham. Tyler Britschke went 3 innings, struck out 7. Sam Middleton went 2, struck out 4. Would have been a perfect game if not for one error by the Dolphins. But combined no-hitter with 11 Ks. Connor Campbell 2 for 4 with 2 homers, 4 runs, and 3 RBIs. Sam Middleton, who combined on the no-hitter, also 1 for 3 with a homer and 3 RBIs.
Were they at home or were they at Habersham?
They were at Habersham, which must be a bandbox.
I was about to say, because that Hilton Head Prep field is not easy to hit a home run.
No.
So I was like, 2 home runs. Wow.
You got to hit it like all the way across the football field, right? Like,
yeah, it's like halfway across the football field. It's that fence can get out there, and you're just looking. You're like, wow, that is a big outfield. But yeah, good win for Prep. Gosh. Both the public and the private school regions here are just so close, especially with baseball. So I love this. It's fun. I'm excited. I was hoping to see JP2 play Hilton Head Christian yesterday. Obviously, that game got rained out. I believe they have rescheduled the game for, I believe, Monday the 8th. So we shall see. I hope to make it out to that game. It should be a good one. Tight region for Skiza and tight region for the public school. It's just it's some exciting baseball we got down here. It's fun. Every game you go to, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, so, you do. And we've got some teams that have the potential to make some pretty deep runs too. So the playoffs are gonna be fun. Patrick Henry, don't sleep on Patrick Henry making another run in the Skiza. They got a pitching staff again. The Ferry Boys combined on a shutout against Jeff Davis last night. So
yeah, I mean they got a solid team. Colton Prep has a solid team as well. When they play well, they're really good.
Top end pitching is really good.
Thomas Hayward's got a solid enough team as well that they could make the playoffs too. So I mean, a lot of teams here in this part of the Lowcountry that are really, really solid and could very much so make deep playoff runs. So I'm excited.
Well, and if you get hot at the right time, I mean, there's some that have played some kind of sketchy defense, but pitching's good enough, bats are good enough that if like Buford, for example, like if they could kind of get it all going in the right direction at the right time, you wouldn't want to play them either. So, but we got your interview loaded up here.
Going on, LowcoSports fans, Max Arraj here. I'm here with the starting pitcher for Hilton Head High School, Landon Schwartz. Incredible game tonight against Bluffton High School. Landon, great game, 5 hits allowed, 1 run. What was your main focus going into this game?
Main focus for me this game was definitely no walks. That's something as a team our bullpen's been struggling with, especially in the beginning of our season. We had a lot of walks, but it looks like with my buddy Slater, he was also another starting pitcher that we use, and we've just been dominant. No walks. It's been nice.
Landon, you guys get the sweep in the home-and-home series against Bluffton High School. How does that feel?
Oh, it's amazing. It's exactly what we wanted. Our coach was telling us, you got to take the sweep. This will secure our spot in the kind of going towards the playoffs. We got a challenging road ahead, but this is it. We needed this.
Yeah, you mentioned a challenging road ahead. Not an easy region to play in, with James Island, Lucy Beckham, Bluffton, May River, How do you guys stay focused against some of these tough opponents?
You just have to bring the energy, for sure. Energy is everything in this game. If our team is up with energy, we are unstoppable, I'd say.
Landon, pleasure talking with you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And LowcoSports fans, remember, stay loco.
Oh,
I hung him out with the
taking
handshake,
Satchis.
dude.
Yeah, you did. You totally
I
dissed
didn't realize that until now.
He was coming in for the handshake, and
Carlo told me that after we got done with the interview. I was like, "What?" And so he sent me the video. I was like, "Oh, so sorry, Landon. I'm sorry, man, dude. I love you. You're a great player, dude. I was excited. It was exciting watching you play tonight, man. So if you're watching, sorry about that.
He's been dealing, man. He was really good against May River last time out too. And remember, they had a ground ball squeak through that extended the inning, and that got him over his pitch count. And they got him out, but he kept him in that one too. He's been just outstanding, and he's not like the guy that like dazzles you. Like he's not the guy that jumps off the page at you. He's not the guy you really talked about going into the season, but he's been rock solid for them. And I think they've won most of his starts.
Yeah.
Actually, Colleton came back and got him in his start against them, but he's been really solid. And now they get their schedule's kind of weird because they have Atlantic Collegiate on Saturday, then Battery Creek on Monday, Wednesday next week, and then they go back into region play with James Island, which, I mean, would you put it past them to sneak one past James Island? I mean, people have been close.
No, I think the way they're playing, it wouldn't surprise me if they could beat James Island. I mean, James Island's good, but I don't know.
They're very good, and when they throw their front end pitching, they're very, very good. But they haven't been piling up runs on people, so I think there's always a chance you could 2-1 them or something like that.
I mean,
then they get Fox Creek for 2. They're testing themselves pretty good with some non-region stuff, and then finish out with Lucy Beckham and then Ashley Ridge. This Hilton team's solid, man. They're still trying to sort some things out on defense. I think they don't have like a true shortstop, and so they've got to move some different guys around and play them there. But they're
I will say
they're a scrappy bunch. I like their mentality a lot. Brad Larson, I love that dude's bat. He is so good. And Schwartz was good at the plate tonight too. 2 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored in the leadoff spot. Larson was 3 for 4 with a double, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Dude has such a beautiful swing.
I think they figured out. I think they figured out their shortstop situation because they had a good one at the position tonight. Connor McCabe. He did real well. He did real well at the shortstop position. I think it's their second base position that might be their biggest hole in that infield. But they got a solid shortstop in Conner McCabe. I've been watching that kid for a while now, and he's really good. He's going to be a name to remember over the next, I think, couple seasons. I can't remember if he's a sophomore or junior.
He had a good night tonight too. 2 for 4, scored a run.
Yeah, he's a good player. So keep an eye on that one over the next, I think, 1-2 seasons. I think they figured out their shortstop position, their second baseman position. I think their second baseman's a freshman. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Ready. Young guy. Yeah. He's very young.
Yeah. So I think that could be their biggest issue going into the playoffs. But I think other than that, they got a solid team. I mean, you mentioned James Island. I mean, remember, Bluffton almost beat James Island at home. After, with what was a controversy to end the game, obviously. But they almost beat James Island at home, a Bluffton team that you just beat 5-1 tonight. So, and swept a home-and-home series this week. So, I wouldn't put it past Hilton Head to find a way to pick up the win against James Island. So, they're playing hot. They're playing hot baseball right now. I'd like to see if they can continue that against, keep that going.
Yeah, they
when they get to
probably wish they were getting James Island next week, just based on how they're playing right now. You wish you'd just keep it rolling, but oh man, this game's getting wild. North Carolina up 7 on Bama, approaching halftime.
Ooh.
I didn't look at it for a long time. It started getting wild. But yeah, so Pringle's fighting for his NCAA life. So that's the baseball. Not much on the softball front. The big one that we were looking forward to got postponed. May River and Colleton County. So we'll have to wait on that one. Womp womp. The varsity sponsors of LowcoSports, DDS Web Design builds, hosts, and maintains websites for nonprofits and businesses that get results. So if you want to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, call on DDS. You can find them at ddshhi.com. The Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties, and they've jumped on board to help us continue to expand our coverage in those counties so we can shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes around the Lowco. So call on the Parker Law Group for all your legal needs. Reverence Wrestling Club is the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. If you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level, you got to go to Reverence Wrestling Club. And Dr. Ambrose Cole is the official chiropractor of LowcoSports. You can find him at Rooted Living Wellness in Bluffton, and you can go see him if you want to get feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. It's Dr. Ambrose Cole. Those are our varsity sponsors. And Max, let's see what else went down tonight. Not a whole lot. Boys lacrosse, James Island edging May River 6-4. Bluffton 12-10 over Beaufort. Again, I said that's 2 in a row for the Bobcats, which got to credit them. I believe they had a coaching change very early in the season. I think it was after the season started, but it was very early.
Yeah.
And they're now above 500. So, that's not an easy situation. That's a program that hasn't been very successful the last few years. You come in mid-season and take over. That's not a real easy situation to hold it together. But not only have they held it together, but they seem to be like taking it in the right direction. So credit to the folks who stepped in and picked up the pieces with that program that they're winning some games. That's pretty impressive. So.
Impressive.
Haven't seen the score yet on Hilton Head. Christian Lacrosse was playing Islands tonight, and Islands is winless and lost to Bluffton last night. So I was hoping maybe that fledgling HHCA program was going to get a dub tonight, but that says it was Wednesday night. Yeah, I don't think that game happened. I think that one got rained out. And then the other one was Hilton Head, Lucy Beckham, boys and girls. I was looking for both those scores because those are pretty big games. But I don't know if they got played because the weather was dicey. Boys, there it is. Lucy Beckham 10, Hilton Head 3. So that did not go in our favor, but we didn't expect it to. Lucy Beckham, very strong. I believe the first time they played, it was. Did they not play once before? Oh no, it was May River that played them and got mollywopped. So that drops Hilton Head to 3-3 in whatever they call it, region play, but it's all 4A through 1As. I don't know, man. I'd be lying if I told you I understood what's going on in the lacrosse standings / playoffs. I just wait till they give us a bracket, and I'm like, okay, there we go. I never know what's going on there, but that's what we know from the lacrosse world tonight, and that's about all we know tonight because everything else was weather dependent, and it's been a rough week for the weather, but a nice breather. But we got USCB on tap this weekend. Yeah, double.
Yeah, double. Wes Kerr will be calling the softball game tomorrow. I unfortunately will not be able to make it for those games tomorrow, but I will be on Saturday. Me and Wes Kerr will be covering the doubleheader for USCB softball against Georgia Southwestern.
Nice.
So it should be a good series. And then baseball is playing, I believe, Lander. So We shall see how that one goes because we mentioned Bluffton, USCB baseball has had kind of a rough season, especially after the Georgia Southwestern series that happened
They
a
ain't
few
won
weeks
one
back.
since then.
Yeah, so I mean, now would be a good time to get a win if you're Ted Faulkner's crew. So I hope we can see a win out of them. Hopefully tomorrow night they play at 5:00. The USCB softball team will play at 3, and then we have a double beginning at 1:00 on Saturday afternoon. I'm excited for that. We don't get to see a lot of doubles throughout the season, but I love doing it. It's fun. So it'll be
it's a great environment as a spectator. It gets a little chaotic up there in the press box, but
I mean, well, in between innings, we'll go back and forth in between innings just to see what the score is between the two games. But I'm excited. It should be a good series for USCB softball. They were able to get a win against Augusta, I believe it was, and
should have had two.
We talked about it before. I think the biggest problem was them being able to hold on to leads if they get up early, and we've seen that 2 weekends in a row now. They were able to hold on to the one win in game 2, although they almost had that one almost got onto them as well because Augusta started to come back late in that game too, but USCB was just able to just hold off on them. But I look at this series against Georgia Southwestern and I say they have a chance. They have a really good chance. It's one of those things where you just have to see how it goes the first game to get your idea of what the other two games could potentially be. But I have faith in USCB softball for this upcoming 3-game set. I'm excited to see how it goes. And I'm going to be excited to be on the headset with my good buddy Worldwide Wes Kerr again. Always fun to work with him. So we shall see. First game at I believe 3:00 tomorrow for USCB softball. USCB baseball starts at 5:00, and then again, doubleheader on Saturday starts at 1:00. So it should be an exciting.
Go get you one of Mr. Terry's world famous pork chops and take in some USCB baseball and softball.
Dude, those pork chops are to die for, man. They're so good.
I mean,
then their cheeseburgers are good too, man.
Everything, man. I don't know what he's got in that secret seasoning thing he's got, but it's phenomenally good.
Yeah, and then the cap off the week. I get to celebrate Easter Sunday and my birthday on Easter of all days. So it should be it's going to be an exciting weekend for me. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to watch some good college sports and go on from there.
And Major League Baseball, it's opening day today.
Man. I was mad.
Bravos got rained out though. Yeah, they got rained out.
Yeah, I know. Disappointing.
Cubbies. I was watching the Cubbies.
They were tied the last time I watched. So.
I was paying attention. Oh, it's 3-3 in the 10th. At one point, I had the
good game.
At one point, I had the Bluffton Hilton Head game on Game Changer on my phone.
It's on ESPN, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah, I know. And I had the Cubs game on my laptop, and I had the March Madness games on my TV. It was quite the setup we had going. 3 layers of screens, but 3-3 in the 10th, the Cubs game. So I'm gonna have to pick that up when we wrap here. Good to have baseball back though. I love baseball. It's always there for you every night.
My Braves are looking good this year, man. My Braves are looking good. Me and Bracken are excited for this season.
Oh yeah, you are. You got any crazy bold predictions for the MLB season?
Oh, I think the Marlins will make the playoffs this year.
Okay.
I think it's a bit of a bold statement, but I think there's a good chance in that. They looked like a stronger team last season, so I wouldn't be surprised. My other bold prediction would probably be, and this would be something I would love to have happen. The Phillies don't make the playoffs this year. But
How
we
about
get to.
I'll
Yeah.
take the Tigers to win the AL Central. How about that?
Ooh, I like that. I like that. It's a bold one. That's a bold one. I don't know. It would be surprising, but
I just
it wouldn't.
don't. I just don't love any of those teams. I just think somebody could. I think the Royals could
Yeah,
come out of nowhere and do it too, potentially.
Royals got a good looking team. I'm not
They
gonna lie.
both just have really good young prospects that if they all
Yeah,
kind of panned out at the same time, it could be special. Um, but no, I love baseball season, man. It's exciting. Carlo and I sat and watched a little bit today. Watched the Angels get beat around.
how
That
long are
was
we gonna wait for Mike Trout to leave the
poor,
Angels, man?
poor Mike hits a homer to put him up 1-0, and then they just go get banged up the rest of the day.
You would think
Watched
he
a
would have
little
been
bit of
traded.
his Jays.
You think he would have been traded by now, man?
Poor Mike.
It's so disturbing. I'm like, dude, you're one of the best players in this league. I know you're loyal, but
He's one of
dude,
the
if you
best of
want to
all
win,
time.
if you want to get to the World Series, you gotta get out of LA, man.
You're gonna hate to hear it, but you know what's gonna happen. He's eventually gonna get traded to the Phillies and go win a World Series for his hometown team. That's what's
Stop.
gonna happen.
Stop it.
It's
No.
gonna happen eventually.
No.
It's the only place he'll
No.
want to go. I mean, otherwise it's like, yeah, whatever. I play baseball
It's
and make
either that or
hundreds of millions of
go
dollars.
to a team that's worth contending for. Sorry, I don't. I mean, yeah, the Phillies are good, but I don't know. They're missing some. I think
That's
they're
his
missing some
hometown team,
pieces.
though. That's where he would
I
want to
don't.
go.
I don't care. I don't care if it's a hometown team if they're not worth competing
You can
with.
go, yeah, but you can go be a vagabond mercenary and still not ever win one. So you want to at least go somewhere where it has some value to you personally. He seems to
I
be
know,
more
but
interested in just happiness than winning, for better or worse. If he wanted to
it's
win, he wouldn't
just.
have stayed there.
Yeah, I know, but still, like you would hope like one of
I
his
know.
goals was, hey, get to the World Series. At least get to the World Series. I don't care if you win it or not.
Right.
Just get to
I
the
think
World
he was
Series.
naive and believed they could, but I mean,
Well,
you
well,
would
when
have thought
Shohei
they could
Ohtani,
have.
when they got Shohei Ohtani, he was like, "This is probably the best chance I'm going to get at winning a World
Right.
Series,"
Well, the
and then they
problem
could
was
never get to
throwing
the
all that
playoffs.
money at Rendon, who hates baseball. It's so obvious when he plays that he hates it. Like he does not want to be there at all. It's kind of sad, really.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
but I'm sorry. Who wants to play for the Angels? As of right now, who wants to
I
play for
do.
the Angels?
I would like to. I'll go. I'll go play for him.
You want to play for the Oakland Athletics? I'm sure they're hiring.
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
man,
Absolutely.
you can stay with them until they get to Las Vegas, whatever that
I'll be the
is.
backup second baseman. Absolutely. Sign me up, coach.
Poor
Um,
Oakland, man. You lose the Raiders and
it's
then you lose the Athletics, dude. That's sad. And
it's
the Golden
been it's
State
been
Warriors on top of that. Oh man,
it's been a rough
poor
go for
Oakland.
Oakland.
Anyway,
They've gotten beaten up.
anyway,
But
I'm excited, man.
anyway,
I'm
the
excited for
Loco
baseball
Booster
season.
Club, that should be the tagline of the Loco Sports Lowdown. Anyway, Loco Sports Booster Club, or the Loco Booster Club, is Court Lifestyle Pros. Daniel and Debbie Court are Hilton Head natives, Lowcountry natives, who want to bring you home to Hilton Head. They're with Charter One Realty. Revive Rehab, women's health and pelvic floor physical therapy. Dr. Allie and Dr. Jen can help you with all your postpartum needs. Eagle Creations has promotional items and custom apparel as well as custom gift baskets. And you can stop by their showroom over on Argent Boulevard to see what they can do for you at Eagle Creations. Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. Go get some great conversation and come out looking stylish at Jay's Barbershop. And Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. Chris Odom will get your floors so clean, your feet will thank you. Obviously you're shouting out Landon Schwartz. Anybody
Yeah,
else you're shouting out tonight?
I have two because I forgot to do this last week. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge rugby fan. So
Oh,
my dad's from New Zealand, so I grew up on watching rugby and stuff like that.
the All
For
Blacks.
those of you who don't know, yeah, man, dude, the goats. if you don't know, Hilton Head has their own club rugby team. I wanted to shout them out because they were playing a huge tournament during St. Patrick's
Led by
Day
Alex
weekend.
McDonald, I believe, right?
Yes, I believe so. And they finished with a 2-2 record in the tournament. So shout out to them. I mean, they I think they didn't have a team for like a year or something like that, and they finally put a team back together. They're celebrating their 50th year, believe it or not. The 50th anniversary celebration happened, I think, a couple days ago. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Hilton Head rugby team, man. I love watching them play. It's fun. And then, of course, Landon Schwartz, dude. What a game Landon Schwartz had, man. He was cooking. It was so much fun to watch. Only one run allowed. Just lights out.
There's your
complete
Hilton
game.
Head rugby team.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to them, man. It's so much fun to watch them play. Again, Landon Schwartz, man, was just a beast tonight. He was just mowing down batters left, right, and center. So I mean, great win for him. Great win for Hilton Head High School. Bluffton High School's got some work to do, But yeah, Landon Schwartz, man, what a game! What a game he pitched today.
Yeah, outstanding performance from him. And again, I mean, he's been just steady as a rock, just so solid for him all year. Gosh, I mean, I got to shout out Brad Larson as well for that Hilton Head team. 3 for 4 with a double, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. I love his swing. I just love to watch him hit. He's a really, really good hitter. He's really good at just taking what's given to him, hitting the ball where it's pitched, and doing damage. And then also got to shout out Ruiz Echeverria, the keeper for Hilton Head tonight, with a clean sheet against that really good Bluffton team. As well as I didn't announce this, but I did find the final score: 3-0 Hilton Head girls over Bluffton, and we had Kyle Newcomb on, a while back, and new girls coach at Hilton Head. He had been the boys coach at Bluffton for a couple of years, and he's really doing a terrific job with that program. From where they started this season to where they are now, and that's a couple nice ones in a row for them as well. So look out for Hilton Head. They're becoming a problem. So lots of good stuff going around. Hopefully the weather stays clear this weekend and we can get in these heavy slates of games we got on tap. Tomorrow night we got some good soccer. Lucy Beckham, May River. The girls are in the tank. The guys are on the road. Also got Hilton Head at Beaufort baseball. That's kind of fun. Softball, you got Lucy Beckham at Bluffton. So kind of a quieter night tomorrow, but we got baseball and softball out at the Shark Park in Hardyville. Again, softball at 3, baseball at 5. You can also catch it on the Sand Game Day Network. And then on Saturday, the Marwin Klein Invitational track meet at Whale Branch. That's always a good time. And then again, Sand baseball and softball both starting at 1 o'clock. And then Sunday's Easter. So take it easy, kick back with the fam, watch some basketball, baseball, all that stuff. And we'll check in with Bracken. We might want to do the rewind on Saturday night, since we'll be observing the holiday on Sunday. But we'll keep you posted on the programming notes. We know for sure that we'll be back tomorrow night for another edition of the LowcoSports Lowdown. Max and I will get you caught up on all the latest local sports news around the Lowco, and we'll see if we can round up some guests to come and talk with us as well and keep you entertained. Thanks so much to Conner Worl for another great report on Lowco soccer. Thank you, Max, for outstanding reporting on the baseball game tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors and all of you who showed up to listen or watch. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again tomorrow night for the LowcoSports Lowdown, 10 o'clock. Till then, for Max Arraj, I'm Justin Jarrett, and we'll see you next time. Go Lowco.
The LowcoSports Lowdown podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Loco.